Welcome back to Unity of Command 2. We're going to be hopping into our West save for this third video. Today we'll be doing the 2 additional Italian missions, our first 2 additional Italian missions in the alternate history path. Okay, so in the last video we spent all of our points, so now we're ready to finish this conference. And yeah, we do get a warning about engineering, so we'll see what that means in the second mission. Essentially we'll be crossing a major river, and we don't have the best ability to do that right now. Alright, let's dive in. So we have basically no prestige left, so we'll just need to be able to distribute what steps we have, and British side, yeah, everyone's pretty much full strength, so we're just going to have to sit tight on our setup phase. One thing that we have to do on this map is get a bridge right there. If we don't, we're going to be really stuck on our first turn. Alright, well, let's go ahead and end turn. Alright, and the first thing that we need to do, and this is just a weird part of this map, is that we have rail supply right here, right? But we only have truck supply over here despite it being on a rail line. I think that's probably an oversight with this map. I don't see why that would be intended, but especially because off map all these rail lines link up. But in any case, we can easily link those up. Once we move units onto all these rail lines, then we have supply. So just a weird point, and also that bridge being destroyed is kind of weird. In any case, we're going to go ahead and move forward. Alright, so first turn what we want to do is not get a Senior Ruins there, but hopefully have these guys retreat. Alright, so I moved tanks up first because they have an extra movement point after we attack. And unfortunately all of our other units, because the bomber didn't work, they're not going to be able to attack that unit. So we'll just have to sit tight for now. Actually, let's go ahead and back up. Let's get our elite units up there. So we do have motor pool, which allows our infantry to move as though they're motorized, which means move an extra couple tiles when they're using that blue movement, which is their, I guess, non-attack movement. So we'll get those guys up. They should have a very good attack. Obviously they'll lose in their engineers when they attack, which is a tradition, I guess. But hopefully they can get some get a good attack next turn. Okay, so I'm going to, let's see, can we get an infantry unit? There we can. Okay, so I moved an infantry unit over onto those prisoners because I want to get up to this bridge for 2 reasons. 1, to repair the first bridge, but 2, because the AI loves destroying bridges in this map. I mean, they love destroying bridges generally, but especially in this map, it's something that can really hinder your advance. So we want to get that addressed right now. This unit, it's actually under British command. So, and we really don't need more units on the west flank. The west flank is really easy to take. It's kind of an afterthought. So we definitely need to get this unit over to its command. Okay, we can remove our supply here because we're now on rails. Okay, so let's go ahead and deploy a truck over here, just because I want to get these guys in supply if I can. Mainly, these units were, from our last mission, and the steps that got removed from them we can deploy, and I want to get those French steps off of the US HQ, again, because of nationality reasons. So we really want to reinforce those units instead of keeping those steps with the US HQ indefinitely. Okay, well, let's move our infantry up. We should be able to take both of these bonus objectives pretty easily. I'm not too worried there. And, okay, we can move this unit up somewhat. That unit's stuck, that unit's stuck. So I think we're good with this turn. Actually, I probably should have moved my US HQ up a little bit, just because we're constantly pushing again on this mission. Okay. Do we have a good attack here? We do. And 100% retreat chance. Perfect. Yeah, unfortunately we need to repair that bridge desperately. But let's get our infantry up so that they can have some impact. And actually, let's let's get our tanks as close as possible, because if possible, we want to attack across this river next turn. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, but I want to just make sure that we can do everything we can. Oh, and actually, let's get these tanks up as well. You can see we have these elite Polish infantry. Otherwise, we're just dealing with, well, veteran level infantry over here. So we definitely want to get the elite guys up as far as we can. Alright, let's keep moving forward. I generally send the French units to this Route 76, mainly because we get some mountaineers to deploy in this turn. Some French mountaineers, and they're all just kind of on that direction, on that side. Okay. Bonus objectives, yep. Alright, so I am going to use this bomber immediately. Whenever you get a bomber, or whenever you're going to use a bomber, you actually want to generally use it as soon as possible. You know, obviously because that allows you to, you know, use it on multiple turns, so the more turns you have it, the better. And of course we are going to get numerous opportunities to get additional cards on this mission. So we actually would need to free up that slot. Okay, now just move these guys up here because I want to cut off this infantry from coming down to our rail line. Again, we have so many units over here, really not a big deal. Okay, but I think we're all set. Let's go ahead and, well, let's get those guys in supply just in case. They should be in supply from the rail line, but just paranoia. Okay, so now we can distribute some units. Alright, so this Canadian unit is under US command, while this Canadian unit is under British command. So we'll keep them with their HQs. Right, another French unit. And then these are the Mountaineers. So I'm not sure exactly what Mountaineers do. Yeah, so it gets an additional movement type. I don't really know what the difference is though, because in my experience they get maybe one additional movement point, but it doesn't really have much impact when you're crossing mountains, especially in snow. You know, Mountaineers basically act like normal infantry. I always try leveling up Mountaineers just because I think they're neat, but the implementation of them isn't really that great. I did send these tanks over here just to get them in a position where they can level up, and I guess we'll go ahead and use our bombers here. I didn't realize they were on the city. But yeah, just move these guys over here to farm some XP as we go to the west. Alright, so because we moved our HQ up, they should be in range to repair that bridge easily, and yeah, for whatever reason, there's no unit station there. Here's some more XP for him. Always nice having elite tanks. Pretty much nothing can stop an elite tank other than an elite tank. Okay, no point attacking there. Oh yeah, and we do have that French infantry to deploy. I probably should have done that before attacking. I think that if there are extra steps, even if they're suppressed, it helps slightly. I don't know if that's significant, but you know, worth doing beforehand just in case. Okay, can we move at all? No. So I would like to move these units up just a little bit, but I want to secure that bridge as well. I don't really think we're going to be using that bridge, but just in case. Okay, so everyone's good on that front. Let's go ahead and see what we can do over here. Okay, what's the farthest back unit that can attack? It's going to be... yeah, it's definitely going to be this unit. Yeah, generally I like taking the farthest back unit and having them move up. Okay, so we have a good attack here. Probably should have saved both bombers. Okay, but at least they didn't have an opportunity to destroy the bridge. That's good for us. Alright, we're getting all these infantry up. Okay, they're already out of range. That's unfortunate. But at least we can motorize, you know, get them some extra movement. Yeah, motorizing it just gives them 2 extra movement. Maybe it's just 1 extra movement. It's that, you know, blue non-attack movement. Okay, and actually, I'm going to undo a couple things here, because I want to make these guys motorized, if at all possible. So actually, we're going to have to keep undoing. Alright, now we should, yeah, get these guys motorized. You know, because they're elite and they have engineers, getting them up as far as possible is going to be useful. Okay, so we can bring our HQ up pretty far. And yeah, I could deploy trucks up here, but we're just going to have that 1 unit out of supply, so it's not a big deal. Okay, just double checking this front over here. Yeah, we're in a good spot, and we did repair that bridge. Oh yeah, we do have this infantry. Because that mud, and you know, because they're so far back in general, they're probably not going to see any combat. Yep, destroying a bunch of bridges that actually don't matter. Kind of the theme, you know, just like losing engineers for no reason. Okay, so if we attack here, yeah, very good shot at them, yeah, dissolving. Okay, I think moving up with that tank would be good. Yeah, I'll have 3 movement points though, and I'll have 3 there. So actually, using our infantry here is probably our best bet. I'm going to go ahead and bomb these guys. 90%, I'll take the risk. Okay, good. Now those guys are in supply. Now can we take that HQ? We can. Okay, perfect. So what we really want to do is get to that bridge. Yep, perfect. Because, again, they would destroy it if we didn't do that. And let's go ahead and bomb... Well, actually, I'll save the bombs, but most likely we're going to bomb that unit. Just waiting to be a little bit cautious there. Let's motorize these guys and see how far they can get. Okay. Motorize these guys too. Yeah, no reason to do that. We do want to secure the flank here, just because there should be a motorized unit somewhere in here. I've actually restarted a couple times, which I'm not going to have in the video just because they were just kind of small, silly things. But there was one motorized unit came in here and cut off our supply. There's also a Mountaineer who can come down to Arezzo that we need to watch out for. Okay, but let's keep moving. Of course, this US command does not have motorized, because we haven't upgraded that yet. Okay, we'll keep moving forward. So yeah, these objectives, Ancona and Arezzo, you know, pretty easy to get. Once we surround Ancona, you know, this we can take with our infantry really easily. And Arezzo, you know, it's on a city, so we can't bomb it, but we can just use feints and get there very quickly. Probably should have used the Mountaineers there instead. Okay, can we deploy anybody? Nope. And this infantry unit, I mean, I could just place them where they get deployed and not worry about it. Okay, these guys can attack. So, yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Not, you know, really important that we take Route 76, but why not? Okay, so everyone in here should be cut off, yep, including the HQ. So now we'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll intern. Not concerned with anyone being out of supply. Surprising that they moved off of that objective. Actually, really surprising. Yeah, but thankfully they did not destroy this bridge here. I'm not sure why exactly that is, but I would imagine that it has something to do with all of these units trapped down here. Alright, that's really unfortunate. I'll risk it. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. Yeah, so here I could keep attacking that unit, but it really doesn't matter. Since it's suppressed and, yeah, it's out of supply, I don't really care about that unit. In Kona, though, I mean, we do need to link up our supply line. So we do definitely need to get that. Alright, so I don't think there are any units in here that can, yeah, that can come down and cut off our supply line, but just being safe. Get motorized these guys, get them up there. Okay, so, yeah, we cannot emergency supply anyone, but we should be fully in supply except for this unit over here. So let's move our HQ up. I probably should have put a truck somewhere down here instead of right here, but it's fine. Alright, 2 artillery and no suppression. Nice. Yeah, and because there's so much snow here, there's really no way for us to get across these bridges, even if they weren't destroyed. Okay, let's put down a truck right there, and we'll remove this truck down here since it's not helping anybody. Right, and they moved off of Arezzo. So we'll just take it, we'll hold tight here, just in case that Mountaineer comes down and tries to pull some shenanigans on us. Okay, looks like it's pretty far away. Then again, I'm not really sure exactly how intel works, if it's just units under an HQ or if it's all units in the vicinity. Okay, and I moved that far because as soon as we cut off supplies here, then all of these units over here are going to crumple. I'm not sure if our HQ... Yeah, they're not going to be able to repair that bridge, which is unfortunate. So I'm tempted to move them over here just to repair that bridge, but instead I'm going to move them up to Arezzo, because we really need to support a breach to the Apennines, if we can do that. Speaking of, I really need to get some infantry to push up here. You know, it being snow, it's going to be a very long slog, but if we get some good weather, we're going to be in a very good position to push up there. Okay, we can still attack down here. That's good. Yep, and we'll bring those tanks up. Okay, so I could move off this tile, but I definitely want to keep that bridge. You know, so long as you have a unit next to a bridge, they're not able to destroy it. Alright, so let's sit tight with that turn. Alright, so we have 4 turns to tank Rimini, but honestly we're not really in a great position right now to take it. You know, even if I put a bridge on a different tile, the snow and mountain right here means that our armor cannot go there. And even if we took our infantry over there, it'd be a slog for them as well, and they'd likely be out of supply. Nice. So they're cornered because there are units behind them. Alright, so now we have an elite tank. So yeah, I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to have them sit there, and I'm going to go ahead and do no retreat. That's risky. They could get attacked and take a lot of losses, but being an elite tank, the chances of them getting attacked or taking any losses is pretty low. Okay, so our reward is a mosquito, which is just a scout plane. I do not want scout planes. Scout planes are pretty much useless to me. Similarly, there's an intel card that's pretty useless. And actually the card that I removed from our last conference, which was the Elite Replacements card, that one's pretty much useless to me too, just because the replacements cost so much. They're twice what a normal replacement costs, and they do still reduce XP despite what the card says. So I just don't trust that card. Okay, let's keep moving up. Yeah, if we can get an infantry unit somewhere up here, then they can slowly start working over. Okay, but we'll get them out of supply. And we should have, yeah, we have supply all the way up there, which is perfect. We'll get these guys in supply just so they don't take any losses. And yeah, unfortunately, because they destroyed that bridge and our HQ is so far away, we're going to be stuck. Although, let's see, if I repair this bridge, I'm not sure if that has any impact on our HQ range. Let's go ahead and move our HQ up here. Actually, no, that's risky. That's risky because we could have these, well, yeah, I was going to say that we could have these mountaineers come over. They're the only ones that can really make it through this pass. But I'll just be cautious and leave them where they are, just in case. We can take this, you know, this unit and have them stationed right at Arezzo. Okay, so we've attacked with everyone we can over here. We've cleared Route 76, so I think we're good to call it. Yeah, and there's no real point in building bridges over here, but just in case, I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, well, we got rid of their anti-tank, which is good. Looks like we're getting a little lag right now. Yeah, we got rid of their anti-tank, which is good, and we did retreat after taking some losses, but it was only one step, so that's fine. Okay, so we have some good weather in here. Can we do anything with that? Not really. Yeah, chances are the next turn that's going to be gone, and then it's going to be like this, where despite there being a road, we can only move one tile at a time. Which is pretty nuts. But we do get an XP farm over here. And pretty much always take command points, in my opinion, until you're at 9. Unless you have something really good. Like, taking entrenchment there might have been a good idea, because I rarely use entrenchment. But I rarely use it because it's expensive, you know, unless you take those bonuses. Okay, but I'm moving my HQ up here to support this unit. Actually, once it moves up here, it's probably going to be out of range of the HQ, but just in case we need to emergency supply somebody, I'll have them up there. But chances are, no dice. Okay, so maybe these mountaineers can get across. Yeah, this infantry, despite this being green now, cannot move past that mountain tile. Okay, but some good attacks there. Now, can we do anything up here? Yeah, let's get our elite guys with engineers up there. Trade their engineers for nothing. As normal. Yeah, might as well take that HQ. And hopefully these tanks, we can do something with them. Actually, I haven't been deploying any steps. But we'll get that elite unit back up to full strength. Okay, so I think we're going to have to settle for this turn. Yeah, so again, the clock is ticking. Livorno, still an afterthought. We do need to breach the Apennines. But what we really need to do is take Rimini. Okay. It's nice having two special forces. Okay, actually I'm going to undo that. Can these tanks do anything? I think it's going to be better as suppressing fire. Yeah, perfect. Wait, hold on. Okay, these engineers are still suppressed, so there's no point in us saving them to try and take the city. Yeah. So we're still at 1-1s. Let's move this elite defensive unit up, and I'm going to put these guys on a retreat. They are one scenario remaining, although I'm pretty sure that's inaccurate because of the non-historical. But I'm just going to take the risk and potentially take serious losses with that unit because we really need to get up to Rimini. Okay, so yeah, these guys are out of supply already. But yeah, this unit up here, I think we need to take that tile to do the alternate history path. So that's going to be tough. And I went ahead and risked using artillery there just because we can still take Livorno, even if it's sitting in ruins. And we can finally repair that bridge. Not that it matters. Yeah, so actually I should just stop moving all of these units over here since they don't matter anymore. We should remove this truck though. Okay, so I think we're good with that turn. Well, yeah, we do still have trucks we can deploy. So we'll actually we can supply these guys. Then again, I want to have that unit in supply. So yeah, we will do trucks right here instead of over here. See, I think if we put trucks over here, then they would only supply this tile and not that tile. Let's go ahead and get some more units up here, just on the off chance that we somehow get good weather. Okay, we can deploy priest, and we can deploy French infantry, but the French infantry is way over there. Okay. Alright, interesting. So we've softened them enough that they're not attacking. Now, can we do something here? Yeah, he's out of command range. Yes, we're definitely going to use our bombers over here. Unfortunately, no dice. So let's see if we put... Okay, so we do get in supply. No, are we still in supply? We are, somewhat. Okay, so we're going to keep moving infantry across this path, or across that pass, and hope that we get something done. Let's go ahead and move these French guys over. If we can get the step on them, that'd be ideal. Alright, do I risk it? Yeah, let's use feint attacks. So if we can get our tanks up and support our breach of the Apennines, that would be ideal. Still a lot of ways to go, though. Alright, that was a little bit risky. Don't really like taking 1-1, but definitely worth it. Okay, so this one went really smoothly. Normally it is not like this at all. I think bringing these guys over might have caused a little bit of confusion. So that's probably a good strategy to use. I haven't really used that strategy before. Yeah, unfortunately that elite Indian infantry unit was so far back it didn't see combat. Maybe we could move those guys up, but there's nobody up there except for the HQ that we can't move on to this turn. Okay, so I think we'll have to sit tight with where we are. Can we breach? And we're still out of command range. Nice. Okay, so we need a defensive unit up there. This will probably be our best defensive unit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put those guys over. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get these French guys. Okay, we're not going to be able to distribute steps to them, unfortunately. So we're probably going to be stuck with one French infantry unit for the rest of the campaign. Okay, but we need to secure our position up here. And unfortunately we cannot attack that tank. So if they do attack us here, we're going to be in a tough spot. Then again, they should generally be out of supply, yeah, except for that unit. And let's see, we're out of bombers. Okay, so we have good encirclement. Could farm XP, but I don't think we're going to have any good attacking opportunities. And pretty much everyone is elite around here anyway. So I think we're going to call it there and just hope that we can hold on to the Apennines. Yep. Perfect. Alright, not too many losses, decent amount here. But not too bad. Alright, so it actually switches us over to the Northern European missions just because it doesn't know that we're on the historical path. But this one actually comes first. April 1st versus, of course, June 6th. Alright, but let's start Road to Rimini. Or Road from Rimini. So now we do have some prestige, so let's distribute what we can. Oh yeah, and we do still have the French units under the US 5th, so that was my mistake. We do lose them after this mission, if I recall correctly, because the French units, go to France. So let's focus on these guys. We're going to need to make sure that everyone over here is pretty strong. And Sherman's on French, because... Okay, so do we have commandos? We do. We're going to be dealing with a lot of rivers, so let's get whoever we can upgraded. And all of our tanks have now transferred over to British 8th. I believe our US tanks, they all go west and start a mission over there. Actually, I probably should have put the engineers on this unit, but that should be fine. And we can only do a priest for 0. Not sure why it's 0, but okay. Alright, I think we're good with that setup. We do need to repair a bunch of bridges again. Bridges here are going to be very important as well. Okay, but we'll sit tight. And keep pushing. So we start out with pretty much everyone out of supply. I think that's because of an update at some point. So previously, when you started a mission, everyone would be in supply, whereas now, when you start the mission, it does that. Actually, let's undo that. It does its supply calculation, or whatever it is, on your first turn. So that's why we wind up with all of these units, ridiculous amount of units, out of supply. Okay, let's repair that bridge, and we want to get our tanks up as far as we can. So let's repair that bridge as well. I'm probably going to have the tanks move across here. I think that's a better strategy than moving them across here, but we'll see what happens when we get up there. Okay, get our infantry up. We do need to take Bologna on the next turn. Yeah, that's right, turn 2. But not worried about it. We could use bombers, but I'm actually hesitant to use bombers on that city, because I just want to avoid taking any unnecessary losses. Let's move our HQ up. We could get everyone in supply, but it's not a big deal. We will get these guys up in the mountains in supply, though. Okay. And we have no trucks deployed right now, but it's fine. Okay, let's keep pushing. Yep, so pretty easy to take that objective. And we're saving our trucks because we want to place our trucks right on this tile. And obviously we can only do that on this turn. Okay. So we'll repair that bridge and just keep pushing our tanks up. Yeah, so now that we have everyone up here and we moved our HQ up, we can now get some bridges going. We really only need this bridge, but potentially we could make another bridge up here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and drop some supplies just in case. Our HQ up, then we'll also get a couple trucks. And just keep moving our tanks forward. I don't really care about this tile. It would be good to attack them, but it's not a priority. Okay, yeah, these guys still all out of supply. And it's a bit odd that they all start over in this area, despite us last turn pretty much all being up here, and that kind of being required to complete the mission. Okay, let's see, what else can we do? We can build some bridges, so yeah, we want to build some bridges over here. Gonna go ahead and build one right there, just in case. We want to get some infantry across here. But I think we're good with that turn. Although, let's go ahead and bomb these guys. Yeah, can we attack with anybody? We cannot. But at least they're suppressed pretty effectively. Alright, that's fine. Yep, and no attacks because they're all entrenched. Okay, so we're now at a major river, and this is our first major river in the campaign. What you need to cross a major river is you either need... well, here, let's see. So there's this river crossing option, which allows, I believe it's only an infantry unit. Yeah, that's right. Only an infantry unit can cross a major river without a bridge, but you have to start your turn on that tile, and there has to be no enemy on the other side. There's also an attack across a major bridge option, which we do not have with either of these HQs. But yeah, we're just going to take all these guys, really stretch our supply lines, and just go all the way around, create an encirclement here, and then come back and clean up everyone to clean up our supply lines. Because, of course, our only rail line is through here, so we have to do that. Alright, so of course no concerns... actually, let's do that. No concerns with getting that seat in ruins, because that unit is easy to take out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and build a couple of bridges, or just one bridge right there, but a couple of bridges over here to facilitate us coming over on our kind of flanking sweep. Yeah, this bridge is pretty useful as well. Okay, let's get everyone up, and then with our British HQ, let's repair, and let's hold right there. Okay, good. So we do want to create some bridges here as well. Previously I would take my armor and attack across here, but it's slower and less reliable. So we're just going to use our infantry to do it. We do have a decent amount of Special Forces infantry, so they should do pretty well crossing that main river. Okay, now we have all of our infantry where they need to be. Move our HQ up. Yeah, let's go ahead and move. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and move this HQ up just a little bit. They should still be in supply. Yeah, it's just these units up here that are out of supply. but they should only be out of supply for about 1 turn. And again, because the tanks are all under British command, unfortunately we cannot emergency supply them. At least not with where our HQ is at right now. I'm keeping them there because I want them to be able to move east, whereas our US HQ is going to move up to Trento. Okay. Yep, keep moving forward, and despite them being out of supply, we're going to... let's see, who's the best unit to head over there? Yeah, infantry can't get there, so I guess we'll just do that. But what we want to do is get one of these bridges, because as you can see over here, they destroyed that bridge. We were able to cut off this HQ though, but yeah, I guess that only covers these units over here. I'm not sure if it covers any of those. Still always good to take out an HQ when you can. Okay, so now we need to make some inroads here. So we'll attack with our tanks and then get them moving. The tough guys are going to be this Gatebergsjager right here. They're entrenched, they're in a city, and generally they're going to be out of range, or we're going to be out of range of our HQ for some of this, especially if we attack from this direction. So not many opportunities to feint as well because of the river right here. But let's just get everyone up. We can build some additional bridges now and one bridge to start crossing. Okay, now everyone's in position. Let's see if we can deploy any steps. We can. And over here, can we deploy anybody? Nope, because our force pool is suppressed. Okay. So we really need to get our tanks in supply, and that's the tricky part of this mission, is getting our tanks in supply. Trento can be a bit tough as well because of these entrenched elite Gatebergsjager, but we should be fine once we get there. That's just a matter of time. Okay, a bit risky to potentially get City in Ruins there. But again, the logic is, if you can attack with City in Ruins, then just go ahead and do it. Okay, so again, we'll just keep moving forward with our tanks. Don't care about them being out of supply. I just want to secure bridges. That's the main objective. Can we get these guys up? Okay. Yeah, because they can still attack. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now can we get a bridge this turn? We cannot. Wait, yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. So I don't care if they're out of supply next turn. You know, they'll be unable to attack. But we have a bridge, and that's what we really, really need. Okay, so let's see what our attack options are. Okay, let's bring those guys up. We can do some feints. So we'll start doing those. And these guys are in HQ range. And we can use artillery. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Now who do we want to bomb? We want to bomb these guys. Okay, no dice. Yeah, so no great attacks here. We could just attack with bad odds, but I don't think we're in a huge rush right now. I think we're okay. Can we move our HQ anywhere? Yeah, so our HQ will be out of supply if we move up here. Let's see what our supply is. Oh, actually, they might not be. So let's go ahead and risk moving them up, because if we can use them to emergency supply our tanks, then obviously we'll want to do that. So, pretty big risk there with them potentially being out of supply. But yeah. they destroyed a bridge, and we do need to repair those bridges as well. So getting our HQ up quickly is important. Okay, good. So we are able to supply some of these guys. Okay, so we could move over, but I'm just going to have these guys move back. And get nice having double special forces on a unit. Okay, unfortunately could not push them back. So yeah, now these guys are stuck unless we clear all of these units. Okay, not good odds there. And I'll go ahead and risk bombers. Alright, that's bad. Yeah, that's very bad. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Okay, perfect. So now we can come over here, and we've at least got that hardest tile secured. Alright, nice getting cornered. Now, who's going to be the best to attack? These guys will be. Perfect. Okay, so now we just need this one tile. Okay, nice. So now what we need to do is get some units up here if we can to secure our supply line. Yeah, they're not going to be able to move on to our HQ because they're going to be fully out of supply next turn. So I think just doing that is going to be our best option. So now we should have supply. Yeah, we should have supply pretty much everywhere. The only guys to worry about are up here. Let's go ahead and remove our tanks. A bit risky there. We'll have to manually supply those guys, and we'll need to move. We'll need to move our HQ up. Okay, let's go and do that. Probably should have waited. Yeah, actually, let's wait. Okay. Can we do anything here? Not really. Okay, so at least we got a breach. That's good. Alright, now we can go ahead and move this HQ. And we'll just go ahead and continue moving up. I don't really need to attack these guys, so I'm just going to hold tie right here and secure our supplies. Right, I think we're set with that turn. All of our tanks should be in supply now, yeah. We can actually move them up. Yeah, it's a little bit risky taking them off the rail, but I think that's a good idea. Yeah, unfortunately they don't have the command points to repair any bridges, but it's not a big deal. Alright, no attacks is pretty good for us. Okay, so I don't know why this guy is still out of supply. That's a little bit odd. But at least their mountaineer is out of supply as well. Because, yeah, he's only one tile across from a rail. Wait, actually, we should move these guys up. Yeah. Clean off those guys. Alright, now can we keep moving? We can. Okay, good. So let's get one truck right here. And yeah, these guys did not attack, and they're unable to move because they're completely surrounded, and they have fully suppressed steps. So, of course, movement also affects, or fully suppressed steps means that your movement is hindered, at least when you're out of supply. Okay, these guys are back on a rail, good. Take those prisoners, and now these infantry, they probably won't see combat again. Some of them might get there in time, but most likely we're just going to have to rely on our tanks to keep pushing. Okay, let's get these guys up. Yep, and now we have a bunch of elite tanks just storming in, which is pretty fun to see. Yep, and some overruns and just general good stuff going. We do have a bomber option here. Let's do that. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to take Trieste. I believe that's one of the requirements to continue in the non-historical path. We really will not be able to take Pola. We could use our naval landing unit to take Pola, but all we're going to get from that is a Churchill. So really not worth doing that. It's better to save that for Normandy. Okay, can we repair bridges? We cannot. Oh wait, no, we can because it's an HQ. Let's move our HQ up. Might as well take out this unit. And let's get a second unit over there just to defend. Okay, these guys are up as far as they can. Trento can be tough because of the HQ on it, but I think we're in a pretty good place right now. Let's see, we do need trucks, so we'll do that. Okay. Alright, three suppressed isn't great, but at least we didn't take any damage and get any attacks there. Okay, can we distribute steps? No. That's across the river because it's artillery from across the river. Yeah, no. Yeah, we can move up these infantry, but not a big deal. Actually, that was the main reason that I got motor pool, was for this mission. But with that bridge destroyed, we might not have great options there. Oh, actually, now I'm mentioning it, they should be able to take UDA. Because of that attack, which... Okay, take more command points, pretty much always. Right, so we can motorize, get them up a little bit farther, them at least slightly relevant. Okay. But yeah, they're out of combat. We could use them to push up here, but since the entrenchment is so high up here, units that are going to be within command range. Let's see, we could supply. Can we do anything else? We could feint. Not really important there. I guess we do get some XP from it, so why not? Can we still attack? We can. I'm going to go ahead and risk bombing Trieste. Okay, not successful. There's a chance we could take Pola next turn. A very small chance, but a chance nonetheless. I always hate it when units of a specific nationality take damage, like the South African armor there, because they're just hard to replace, those steps. Okay, can we keep pushing? Yes. Let's move these guys back. I think this is our best unit right now, is this New Zealand unit. Okay. Perfect. Now can we get to Pola? We cannot, unfortunately. I don't know why it's an objective. I'm pretty sure the only real way to get there is with a naval landing. That's the only way I've ever gotten it. Although then again, since we had a scout car, if we had just one more tile, we would get it. Okay, so now we're just cleaning up on this end. Finally got that elite Indian infantry into combat. Alright, but yeah, all of these guys... actually, I should divert them up here. Yeah, actually, let's go back a little bit. let's get 3 units diverted up here, just in case we need to make some attacks. And I don't know why this guy is out of supply. That doesn't really make sense. Oh, okay, I guess that's only truck supply. That's right, there's no rail line connecting it. That does make sense with the map. And let's move our British HQ back. So normally we do not take Trieste or do anything that quickly. That's why it was a bit surprising and why I diverted everyone back there. Okay, everyone should be in supply if I remove this truck. Yeah. I guess that doesn't matter because this is our next to last turn. Okay, but they're out of movement, so no real point in doing that. Okay, so we need these 4 units to take Trento next turn. Let's go ahead and risk those attacks. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to rely on doing that next turn. We'll go ahead and end turn here. Okay. So now we're down to the wire. We definitely need to take Trento. Alright, but we have some good attacks. Perfect. Yeah, let's get that unit some XP, why not? Oh, and this Mountaineer unit some XP too. Okay. Luckily we had 1 unit that hadn't moved yet that could take out the HQ. Actually, got a little bit worried there that I missed a step. Yep, now we're just farming more XP. He's out of command range. You know, we could attack there, but yeah, let's not do that. I'll go ahead and put down a truck here. I don't think it matters. I know you do get some points for supply, but I don't know exactly how that works. And we also don't really care about supply either. So let's go ahead and take that HQ though, and yeah, we'll take Pola. Why not? 1 turn late. All right. And so that'll do it for this mission. There are no units left on the board, except for that 1. Always sucks getting those bombs late, especially when you take damage, but luckily just suppression there. Alright, great. So that'll do it for this video. Next video we'll be doing Overlord, the Normandy beach landings, and then a couple follow-up items where we get into Paris, and then we have our next conference. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.